So we covered about the burial process, the procedure, how should we go about it step by step, what are the things that we need to take care of. But now we need to know about the different bid'ah, the different innovations people have, the wrong stuff that people do. That's very common. One of them, I made some list here, and basically don'ts of burial. We have don'ts of graveyards as well coming on later, and don'ts of maintaining the graves and so on. But these are just concerned with the burial process. So the first one, it's very common in some countries. What they do is while they're burying, they give adhan or iqama. And some people do it while burying, some people after burying. But these are all not allowed. These are bid'ah. And some people might say, hey, this is a good thing. Why shouldn't we call adhan? When we were born, we were given adhan. Now he died, so somebody has to give adhan. So they come up with these new interpretations. So what should we say to them? So we say that any matter of worship, anything related to worship, we need a proof. Because if something was good, then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ would definitely inform us. But that was not the case. None of the Sahaba did it, none of the pious predecessors, scholars did it, so we cannot do it. That's one thing. But if it comes to matters not related to worship, then, like for example, eating something, then we need a proof to not do it. By default, everything is allowed unless somebody tells us, hey, this is not allowed, and there's a proof in hadith, then it's not allowed. So that applies only to things that are not concerned with worship. But the things that do concern with worship, we have to have an explicit proof before we do. Otherwise, we cannot do anything. Next thing that is also very common is that when the dead body is placed in the grave, they try to uncover the face. Just because that's the last time they can see their loved one, so they want to see it last time, so they uncover the face. Again, there is no such practice recorded. When it becomes a common practice like this, they should be avoided. So uncovering the face is not allowed. The third thing is that people make loud noises when they are in burial. It's noted many times that when people go for this burial process, everybody has something to say. Everybody has an opinion. Do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. So it sometimes becomes so loud, it becomes like a fish market. It's so sad. But if you look at Sunnah, Sahaba, they used to be so quiet. And actually there is a hadith in Abu Dawud that talks about it. That what happened one time that there's a burial that was going on, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was there too, and all the Sahaba were like so quiet, and they were as if like the birds were sitting on their heads, and they were like afraid to disturb these birds, like still and quiet. That's how they were. So you're not allowed to make loud noises. Another bid'ah that people do is that they place a pillow under the head of the deceased person. They think that this pillow will give comfort to the dead person. We don't know. We don't know how that person is. We don't know. He's in a different world. We cannot just make assumptions like that. We know from different ahadith, the Prophet Muhammad told that do this, do that, then this will affect and help the deceased person. But we cannot just come up with these ideas that, hey, a pillow might help that person. The same thing with placing the Quran on the stomach. That's something, again, nobody did it. It's a recent phenomenon. People just think that Quran is such a holy book that will help this deceased person, the punishment will be less or something. That's not allowed. And even placing Quran like that is disrespect for the Quran itself. You can't do that. That's not allowed. And then some people, we also see that they bring a bottle or special container containing rose water. They spray over the grave or the dead body. that is not allowed. Last time we said that we can sprinkle water on the grave just to make sure that that the sand does not fly and the soil settles down. That is allowed, but when people like try to go step ahead and say, "Hey, why just water? Just make it a little more fancier. Let's make it rose water and just put a little bit of on the grave and also the body of the deceased." So these are all people just start little by little, and we have to stop it. It's not allowed unless it's proven from Sunnah. We have from evidences from Sunnah that okay, apply kafur water to the dead person and so on. But going like that from our own selves, such things, no scholars are allowed it.